athletic director and the general counsel. I will meet regularly with the student leadership, the student body. We must all work together. We must travel in the same direction. Everyone on board must be headed in the same direction. Allow me to use an analogy of work in the same direction of two horses pulling a cart, since I just moved in from Mississippi. Both horses must pull in the same direction. One horse cannot pull to the left and the other horse pull to the right. Otherwise, they will go nowhere. But if they pull in the same direction, on the same path, they will get to their destination. So we'll work together as one TSU. And the job of everyone is important. No matter what you're employed to do, it must be done diligently and accurately, as every part of TSU is important. And we are one university, one TSU, one mission, one purpose. We may have two campuses, a downtown campus and a main campus, but under the leadership of one president. Every part of TSU is important. What is the basis for saying that every part is important? The scripture in 1 Corinthians best emphasizes this importance when it says, "For just as the body is one and has many members, all the members one body. If the foot should say, because I am not the hand, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less part of the body. And if the ear should say, because I am not the eye, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less part of the body. There are many parts, many members, yet one body. If one member suffers, all suffer together. And if one member is honored, all rejoice together." So, just as in 1 Corinthians, this administration will foster a spirit of togetherness, recognizing everyone is important and being a part of where we are headed. We are fostering a spirit of unity. I pause here to emphasize that everyone matters. Unity includes all of us, the support areas. You who handle day-to-day operations, you matter to me. Without you, we could not function. Facilities management, food services, residential hall staff, information technology, operations areas, support areas, you matter. All of our service areas, you know who you are. You matter, and I recognize your value. In fact, I ask each of you in the support areas to remain a few minutes after this meeting so we can have a dialogue about your concerns, the importance of how you fit in to keeping us going. All the support areas, administrative assistants, secretaries, receptors who carry out the support functions, you matter. Many of you literally run our lives. You have a voice. Please remain also. We are one TSU. It takes all of us to make this happen. There is no big I and little you. And I encourage each of you as staff persons to be a part of the staff senate. That's why the seminar portion of this meeting was canceled, so we could have a dialogue, so we could take questions from you as long as you would like. We have a role to play in achieving our 5-point vision, academic programs and customer service, fundraising and partnerships, diversity and inclusion, shared governance, business outreach. First, we will improve academic progress, graduation and retention rates. To that end, I'm commissioned and committed to continue the implementation of the Complete College Tennessee Act. A person to chair this committee will be named in the next few days. Not only must we increase graduation rates to comply with Complete College, but we have an ethical obligation to assure that anyone who enrolls at TSU will have the opportunity and the support to graduate. This is academic ethics. Ethics 101. A person who enrolls must have the opportunity to graduate, the support to graduate. We will partner with community colleges and seek to become the university of choice for transfer students in the state of Tennessee. I have officially been president for 6 days, but from the time this process started until this morning, I have received over 50 concerns about student customer service. I am charging Dr. Dexter Sanders, our Vice President for Student Affairs, to develop an improved customer service plan to ensure that customer service issues are addressed. Recommendations for improvement must be received from my office within 45 days. Next, it is our responsibility to chart our destiny and raise significant funds to finance our destiny. In a few weeks, I will unveil the giving plan for alumni. I have met with Mr. Tony Wells, our national president of Tennessee State University Alumni Association. I will meet with Mr. Simon Riggs so that we will work out the details of the plan. I met with our acting vice president of development. We're planning a capital campaign that will be announced in the future. I'm working with Office of Development to structure a sustainability plan that will focus on increasing alumni giving as well as exploring greater partnerships with the private sector and to help underwrite certain operating expenses. We will become more diverse and inclusive. We will always be a historically black college university, HBCU. That is the designation, that's our legacy, and that won't change. Increasing diversity does not threaten our HBCU status. We respect our past and all that we have done. We must now chart and safeguard our future. I said earlier that diversity is good. We will embrace diversity and not threaten or compromise our legacy. TSU has and will continue to be a university that recognizes and values diversity. And as president, I commit to that diversity will not just end with efforts to expand representation among various racial, ethnic, and other cultural orientation groups. We will also set the standard for inclusion and become more involved in supporting on-campus and off-campus organizations and activities that support our diversity and inclusion efforts. We cover shared governance, shared responsibility, shared accountability. There can be no shared governance without shared responsibility along with shared accountability. As I said earlier, I believe a leader leads people and manages problems. As such, my vision includes forming a dynamic and outcome-driven administration based on a strong model of shared governance which promotes collaboration. And each of us assumes responsibility. Each of us is accountable for helping achieve our stated purpose. My administration will be defined by this and will be based on mutual respect, partnership in decision making, and accountability. And now business outreach. We will become a more integral part of the national area business community. We will become academic partners and business partners with the larger community. What Nashville wants from TSU is to become an academic partner in the community of which we are a part, to produce ready-to-employ graduates, to continue to produce ready-to-employ graduates, have academic think tanks who will focus on key employment sectors in Middle Tennessee, such as healthcare, engineering, business, so we can do our part in addressing the needs of the community and to help businesses to reach their corporate goals. We'll meet with the business community to not just form partnerships and sustainability, but also to learn about the emerging labor markets so that we can best prepare our graduates for jobs that will support our business community in Nashville and the state of Tennessee. Because Tennessee State must be the engine that drives the Tennessee economy and our democracy. Moving on. I will again answer the question that's been asked of me by the campus and the community about where I will live. There seems to be an amazing concern about my living arrangements. Yes, I will live on campus. It is my personal philosophy that the university president should live on campus among the students and the community she represents. It was tweeted a few days ago that I would live in one of the residence halls. No, I would not live in the residence hall, but I would live on campus. So as soon as the president's home is available, Ms. Brooks, and Mr. Brooks, no relationship. The president's home will be, when it's available, I'll relocate to campus, to the president's house. And by the way, we're changing the name from Big Blue Meadows to the president's house. As you can see, we're headed for a stellar future. And I'm asking you to go with me. We will build a strong leadership team. There are several key positions with interim leadership. It's difficult to build a strong management team with temporary leaders. To that end, we are forming 6 search committees to handle 2 interim positions at the vice president level and 4 interim positions at the dean's level. I'm asking the following individuals to spearhead search committees for these positions. I've asked Dr. Keith Hargrove, Dean of the College of Engineering, to chair the search committee for a permanent vice president of academic affairs. I'm asking Dr. Michael Busler, Associate Vice President for Research and Sponsored Programs, to chair the search committee for a permanent vice president for development and university relations. I've asked Dr. Evelyn Nevis, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs, to chair the search committee for a permanent dean of the College of Education. I'm asking Dr. Timothy Quain, Head of the Department of English, to chair the search committee for a permanent dean of the College of Liberal Arts. I'm asking Dr. Eva Jamarkowitz, Head of the Department of Accounting, to chair the search committee for a permanent dean of the College of Business. And I'm asking Dr. Lonnie Shaw, Master Chair of Excellence, to head the search committee for a permanent dean of the College of Public Service and Urban Affairs. I've also asked the chair for the faculty senate. Y'all have to excuse me. I came from the south and came a little north, and the weather kind of grabbed me. I'm dealing with it. I've asked the chair of the faculty senate and the chair of the staff senate to recommend names to me to serve on the various search committees. And I will announce the entire committee members for each search committee next week. This is one of the first steps to building a sound management team. We must have permanent people in permanent positions. And I sincerely thank the interim officers and acting officers for their hard work. We will continue to review the current organization chart to ensure that it works with this vision. I told you earlier, but I don't want you to be afraid that everyone will be fired. I can assure you that is far from true. Somebody has to be here to do the work. But I will review the systems as promised to make sure that it makes sense, and we'll make adjustments accordingly. I'm also halting all terminations that are in the pipeline until I've had the opportunity to review the termination circumstances. Not retirees, just termination in the pipeline. Someone said they were being terminated for whatever. I would like the opportunity to review the terminations before we proceed any further with those. My next 100 days will be spent running, even though I've never been a member of the Tiger Days. I never ran a marathon. My next 100 days will be spent running. They will include 1, learning as much as I can, as fast as I can, about this new Tennessee State University, and coming up to speed on many things as speedily as I can. Surveying the faculty, staff, students, and alumni community to determine how TSU is viewed in the workplace and the community, and their assessment of how TSU can improve. Studying each system that makes TSU operate, the academic system, the financial systems, the communication systems, the development systems, etc., all the systems. And I want to visit each area, each building, and understand its operations and functions. Later on, I plan to do a learning and listening tour of the state of Tennessee, We shall attempt to touch every county in the state as we take Tennessee State to them. Public Relations will publish a video and update other electronic messages about TSU, and we will take our show on the road. I will call on many of you and ask others to just volunteer as we develop and refine our TSU brand and refine our marketing tools. I acknowledge that leadership is no more than a privilege to serve. And again, we will serve with fundamental fairness and integrity. We will seek your much-needed input. We will focus on excellence, accountability, responsibility, performance, and openness. We will focus on improved communications and administrative transparency. Together, we will build trust, unity, and a collaborative spirit without hidden agendas. Finally, I'm reminded of a story that I shared on November 1st during the interview process, the interview reception. A story about a prophet by the name of Nehemiah, who built the walls of Jerusalem because the people had a mind to work. They were willing to work hard, to work smart. They were committed to enhancing Jerusalem's potential and building and taking it to greater heights. Tennessee State, we have demonstrated that we have that mind to work. We are willing to take on the task. And by working together, we can not only build new walls, we will be able to build more cooperation. We'll build more partnerships. We'll be able to build more understanding. We'll be able to lift each other up, to disagree, but still be united. So keep working, keep succeeding, keep challenging, so that Tennessee State can be all that it was designed to be. May God continue to bless Tennessee State University. I'm going to take questions, but first, let's take a break. And then we come back and take questions as long as you choose.